Tonight on the North American Friends Movie Club.
2 big city detectives.
7 deadly sins.
And the world's most evil box.
We watched the 1995 crime thriller, 7.
So, grab a big bowl of movie spaghetti.
And then grab another big bowl of movie spaghetti.
Because we're the most sinful podcast in the world.
And on the count of 3, we're all going to say our favorite sins.
1, 2, 3. Gluttony.
Yeah! I knew it would happen.
That's so good. We are just this. What a start.
This is what it sounds like when we do a podcast. We're currently doing one. This is the North American Friends Movie Club, and you might notice something about the name of our show. And that's Friends comes before Movie Club. Because it's simply more important to us. So I gotta ask my 2 little sinners. How we doing?
Let's reflect. And what was the last sin that you engaged in?
Let me look at the sins again.
Yeah, I got to check
second.
the sin list.
Greed.
What were you greedy about?
I got my comparative market analysis for our house that we're selling, and I wanted it to be priced as high as possible so I could make the highest possible profit and get all that wealth and gain.
Hell yeah.
For me, it's got to be it's sloth. It's got to be sloth because I decided to stay sleeping for an extra 10 minutes instead of going to get a cup of coffee because the sleep just seemed so much sweeter. So I chose sloth. I chose sloth but a few minutes ago.
And I engaged in pride because for this, I had a client hyping me up about how much I helped them. And it made me feel good, and I felt proud.
It's the root of all other vices.
What they say.
It's an anti-God state of mind.
Pride is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, that's why I'm not a Christian, because I feel like I am God.
Yeah. Well,
I am a God.
If you know about the 7 deadly sins, they don't appear in the Bible. But we'll get to that during my segment.
Oh, my. Brent, I can't. Wow. This, to me, is your episode. I mean, this is... Oh. We're going to learn so much.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Trust me, I know. What's happening, Kate? What's happened?
Well, we talked Monday, and now it's Friday. Mm-hmm. So we haven't had as much time away from each other, which is nice. It's nice to see you boys.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.
I showed my sisters. I had taken one of the pictures of the 3 of us that come up at the end of the Riverside thing. And they were guessing which was which. And they got it backwards. But that's okay. You guys are interchangeable, ultimately.
People say that a lot about Nate.
But I think you look very different, personally.
We do.
I really enjoyed Nate's Instagram story where his brother fell for an hour. Are you going to talk about that during your period?
I hadn't planned on it, so this is great.
So I thought that was hilarious that you were like, my brother was slipping on ice for so long that I had time to take my phone out and take these photos. Mm-hmm. What comedy.
What did he have in his hand? What was in his hand?
You would never guess it in a million years. It was a small ceramic mushroom filled with salt. That's what my brother was holding in his hand. It was a small ceramic mushroom filled with salt.
Is he a sorcerer?
If you saw in those pictures, there was a bunch of salt on my seat, and it was.
Oh man!
It was. He spilt it everywhere. It's very funny.
I saw the salt. Okay, so we'll have to unpack that just for a second. Why did he have a small ceramic mushroom full of salt, and why was he so haphazard with it?
I think, I don't know why he had it at work and he brought it home. He brought it home from work holding it because it was like it didn't stay closed. So the whole ride home he held it in his lap. Like
he did a terrible job.
And then he got out of the car and he went whoop, 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 and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be good. And I took out my camera and just started shooting pictures.
You guys look so much alike in the face. I don't know if your bodies do, but you guys could be twinsies.
We are very similar looking.
Do you guys get
human beings?
Are they like, you're twins? Like, do people in the community?
Nobody's like twins because we look enough different, but everybody's like, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that we're brothers. Like my sister does not look like either of us. You know, she's very beautiful human being. Yes, she's a
very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Do you and your brother look like your mom or your dad? Like, does one of your parents look very much like you guys?
I'd say we both look like our dad more than our mom for sure, but we don't look exactly like our dad. We all sound like our dad. Like if the three of us answer the phone, it's very difficult to tell who's speaking on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Brent, do you look like your mom or your dad?
My dad, I guess.
I don't think I've seen your dad. I don't know if you look like your dad in the face.
No, I know. I don't look like either one of them, really.
Are you adopted?
My dad tells me I am sometimes.
See, this is why your self-esteem is so low.
Yeah, that's a good bit.
My self-esteem
is a really good bit.
Could say my self-esteem is dangerously too high sometimes.
You vacillate, which means that it's not actually, firm.
Yeah, I think you get that because I'm very honest with myself and my shortcomings, and I'll talk about them a lot. Maybe that's it.
I should think of that.
I'd have to, if I was your client, Kate, I would have to be facing away from you. I couldn't handle the faces that you make at me.
Well, I try to keep it. I'm professional. I don't, I don't.
You don't you never look at your clients like.
No, I do that. I do that. Like when they're telling me a story about somebody doing them wrong, I'm like, the whole time I'm scowling.
You're like, no.
Exactly. I'm a real person.
Yeah.
So that's what's been happening with me.
That's what happened.
Let me, our lovely friend, Paul Spence, he gave us an idea for my suggestion, or a suggestion for the name of my segment called "He's Want to Hear About My Week."
Aww.
He's want to hear about my week.
Y'all want to hear? We do. I do.
Okay. He also said last episode was a banger of an episode. He laughed out loud when Kate finished the synopsis without mentioning that the film Casino Royale is a James Bond origin story. Always the best part of the world's greatest film and movie podcast.
I didn't know it was the origin.
No, that's what I said. I said we didn't mention it because we didn't know it was.
We are superior.
We are the best movie podcast. And it did make sense, though, when you think about it, because he just became a 007 in that episode. She did mention that a couple times. But the three of us on this movie and film podcast decided we're not going to dig into that. That means she probably just said it by mistake.
Also, I feel like, no offense, Nate, that's on Nate. I mean, it was Nate's movie, right?
It wasn't my movie.
Brent's movie.
Catch the strays.
I want to spit my coffee out when you said that.
Sorry, Nate. I take it back, Nate.
All right, so here's what my week is. I got three things I want to talk about. First is the bit I'm currently doing in the Spanish Angels group chat is I'm posting pictures from the video game
Spanish
Halo,
Nazis.
the scenery. Yep, Spanish Nazis. I'm posting pictures of the scenery from the video game Halo and saying that these pictures are actually from my cousin who's on vacation in St. Martin. And they keep saying it's obvious that it's Halo.
That's good, bit.
It's obvious it's Halo because you can see the Halo in the background. I'm like, and I just don't acknowledge their comments. and I just keep sending pictures from Halo. Like, here is the public library in St. Martin, and it's obviously the size cartographer level in Halo. I sent a picture of a waterfall.
It is. It actually is a good bit.
And they said, "Oh, do you bring his energy sword?" I said, "No, he's with his wife Nancy." It's a great bit. I just keep going with it. And that's my bit. Let's do a little bit of Bible talk. Brent's Bible Hour. This movie was right up my alley for my current Bible experience. But I mentioned a lot.
Current Bible experience, CBE.
Yeah, CBE.
Like it. Yeah. Oh, I got my car back from the auto body people. Remember the car got hit in November?
Oh, yeah.
We
How
finally
long
got
did
it
they
back.
had it?
3 months.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like a brand new car again. We have a brand new car.
Oh,
What have you been
They
driving?
replaced the whole a Ford Escape, and I hated it.
Did you give it back?
Yeah. Okay, so the Bible. we talked about David last week, how he bopped Goliath, became the king. Saul dead, Saul killed himself. Well, David became 40 years, he ruled now, and he spent most of that time in Jerusalem, and he made Jerusalem the capital of all of Israel. Everyone loves him, but 7 deadly sins kicked in, and he had an affair.
David? King David?
David was stepping out. Lust. He was stepping out, and
gluttony too, because he's probably married. So double.
Yeah.
Envy.
It could be all of them, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, he fell out of favor with the Lord because of that. The Lord didn't kill him, but David knew he fucked up, and then he wrote a song about the Lord on his deathbed. He wrote a song, and it came off cringe and try hard. So Solomon, who's his son, is now the king, and he's the
one with the baby.
Get into that. So he had a dream, and the Lord came down and asked him what he wanted, and he said, "I want you to give me a good heart to rule with these people." And God's like, "You know what? You didn't ask for wealth, you didn't ask for money, or you didn't ask for anybody to get killed. So I'm going to grant you that, and I'm going to give you a good heart." And then he woke up in the dream. He's like, "Oh shit, it was just a dream." But it wasn't just a dream, because it really happened. Because 2 women came in to see Solomon to make a ruling about their dead baby. One woman woke up, and she woke up with a dead baby in her bed, and she switched the baby with her roommate's baby. And then they said,
rough look.
Then, yeah, it's our baby, it's my baby, it's their baby. Anyway, so Solomon's like, "You know what? Get a sword. Let's cut this baby in half and give 1/2 to each of you guys." And the mother said, No, don't do that. She can have the baby. Just don't hurt the baby. And then Solomon's like, "No, you're the mother. Here's the baby." And I didn't know that's where that came from.
They're great.
I thought it was a bit of bike.
Terrible.
I thought they cut the bike in half.
You thought there was a bike in the Bible?
I thought there was a bike. No, I didn't know it was from the Bible at all. I just thought some guy did it. I just thought someone stole a bike and said, "It's my bike, it's his bike, it's my bike." No, let's cut the bike in half. That's how I remembered it. Anyway,
I mean,
turns out
honestly, Brett, it would make more sense. It would make more sense if it was a bike, because you could see even like the stupidest guy being like half a bike. There's still some parts that I can scrap there, but
unicycles, 2 unicycles, 1 bike, 2 unicycles.
Did they explain if they were going to cut it through their belly or from tip to tail?
Excellent question, Kate.
I think it's going to go from top to tail. That's the way I picture it.
We know God's fucked up like that.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you're going to get it the other way, you want the top half, obviously. No poop. The face is cute.
Right.
That's the good. So it'd have to be up and down, not horizontal. But they didn't mention that in the
Bible. What we're learning
Bible.
is that even good leaders make mistakes. David had an affair. Solomon is just, I'm sure he messed up somehow.
He's throwing out pretty crazy ideas.
Yeah.
But it worked. Hats off to him.
Then he was rewarded by the people because they thought that was a great idea. And they said, "This guy's pure at heart. He's a great leader." So that's where I'm at now with the Bible. Just goes to show you that nobody's good, really. It's impossible to live a sin-free life Nobody's good. And just because you fucking make a sin, God's not necessarily going to kill you, but odds are he will.
He also does have like kind of a strange scale of reactions. Like he's like, you cheated on your wife. Okay, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm mad at you. And you're like, okay,
your daughter's going to get raped.
You forgot. You put the wrong size plate. Kill them all. Burn the village. Kill the castle. You're like, okay. It's hard to predict where he's going to go with it.
Sounds like a man for you. Patriarchal bullshit written into a book, and now 2,000 years later, we're still eating it up with a GD gold spoon.
A lot of people don't know Kate actually stood up and started pacing back and forth as she was doing this.
Rubbing her belly as she did it.
Yeah.
So the other thing we talked about, Nate predicted and guessed correctly the book I'm reading about the monks in 1300s Italy and they're solving murders. Well, during the investigation of the murder, that the youngest monk who's tagging along with the main monk, he saw a human boob for the first time. And
just one?
No, he saw them. He saw both of them.
Okay.
But he described it like it took the whole chapter the way he described it. He was totally turned on by it, but then he called her a succubus, a noontime devil, whatever that meant.
Yeah, like, he's blaming her for his boner.
Yeah, noontime devil. He spent the rest of the chapter talking about it. And then, so that continued. 3 chapters now of him literally describing a boob. It's that powerful.
So yeah. I'm on the Reddit thread, men writing women, and I bet that's on there somewhere. Like, it was heavy like a bag of sand. You know, like 40-year-old virgin.
Probably weighed 40 shekels, yeah. She 3 chapters he's been going off about a boob. It's been just, I'm like,
yeah, it's put him in an existential crisis because he's trying to become a priest, you know?
And it's the woman's fault.
Yeah, it's 100% her fault.
Wait till he sees a butt.
Women are being described as devils. I said, but if he's going off 3 chapters for a boob, if he sees the front door, it's going to be the rest of the book.
If he sees the front door. Oh, you mean her
vagina,
her lady parts? Her no square, as the kids call it?
her pulpit. Her confession box. So if he sees that, this book is done. Well, we kept on going with the bit, so we had to go somewhere with it.
It's fine, Brent. I support you.
Okay. So the way they talk, like, women are just, monks don't have a great feeling towards women. They're temptress, they're devils, they're succubus, noontime devils. You will be called a noontime devil in an upcoming episode when I get angry.
Great. Can't wait.
I don't know what it means, but I will call you that. And that's where we're at. And that's what it did with my week.
It means that you're a devil in plain sight, that it's not this scary thing.
Oh, you're not hiding it.
Yes, that I'm out in the open.
Daytime devil. I love it.
I mean, it's a great metaphor, I guess, but like,
it is. It really is.
If men could just give birth, we wouldn't be here. If men could just be okay.
So jealous.
Seriously.
What happened to this episode? It just turned into.
I'm just angry.
Okay. No more Red Bull for you before an episode.
Red Bull! I got my watermelon Red Bull! Who do I sound like? I sound like that comedian from the 80s that died from doing too much coke and he had long hair.
Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison voice!
I read a story about Sam Kinison. What was it? I forget. I think he died in a car accident. Anyway.
He's so angry.
Yeah. It's just still a big religious thing I'm on. I love it. And that's my week.
No, what are we calling it? For the week. What's Paul calling it?
You just want to hear about my week?
Yeah.
We like heard about your week.
We heard about your week.
All right, time for the weekly report.
Let's do the weekly report.
Weekly report. weekly report. Also, we haven't gotten any emails.
Yes, we have that we never mentioned, by the way.
Well,
we got one from a guy.
Emails? We need to do the emails.
We got one from Peter Lynch, who addressed us.
Yes.
Peter
is an orator or a literary.
Yeah,
Peter is my friend who is a writer.
He's
so
a very
that makes
good
sense.
writer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's accusing us of stealing the North American Friends Movie Club, as this shouldn't be when you Google it, it shouldn't come into that. He compared us to the comedy Friends. After 20 years of meetings, brainstorms, and hijinks, their club of heroes finally completed a draft email to send to major studios suggesting consider a bold idea. It's a lot of big words. It's a lot of fancy writing. And
hold on. He says, please consider our plight. We understand that you have some sort of old-timey radio program that brings you joy and amusement. But wouldn't you have more joy and amusement if sometime in the coming years you were able to travel to your local Cineplex, stare up at an IMAX screen, and see giant smiles on the faces of Ross, Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, and Joey? R.I.P. Matthew Perry. Alas, no studio will take seriously a pitch from an organization with numbers in their Gmail address. And we can't use friendsmovieclub@gmail and risk being confused with a similar organization in Europe and Asia. Therefore, we officially request transfer of your email address to our conglomerate. I have listened to a few of your radio shows and heard you mention several times that Friends is more important than movie clubs, so I am sure you will agree. In exchange, we can offer you 3 gold medals and 3 remastered DVDs of Bean. So it's a joke about, like, he's trying to get a movie made about Friends, but they have to use numbers in the email. It was very funny, Peter. It was very good. I'm sorry that I forgot to reply. Very impressive. I think I was just intimidated, honestly, by his writing.
Did we talk about the one from Francesca, who talked about Nate's excellent post-workout rhymes with squat rot, arm harm, and she had to get Invisalign, and she had called it teeth grief?
No. Yes.
What do you guys? What's going on? How are we missing all these emails?
We're not doing a good job.
Hi, Nate, Kate, and Brent. Thanks so much for bringing fun and laughs to my ears each week. My husband and I love the pod and chat about it every week. I recently started doing Invisalign to straighten my teeth. Every couple of weeks, I have to start new alignment trays, which cause a few days of pain, discomfort as my teeth move and adjust. As an homage to Nate's excellent post-workout rhymes, squat, rot, arm, harm, I have come to this period of discomfort. I have come to call this period of discomfort teeth grief. And teeth is spelled T-E-F. Teeth grief.
Yep.
Thank you for the inspiration. Your friend in California, Francesca, can't throw a rock in California without hitting a North American Friends Movie Club fan, apparently.
That's right.
Big in Cali.
Yeah.
Huge. Hollywood?
And where's Peter? Where's Peter live?
I don't know, actually. In the States, but I don't know where.
Okay. Thank you, Francesca. Thank you, Peter. Or excuse me, Pete. Does he say? Yeah, he's Pete. He's not Peter.
We also got one from Rachel Usher. Dear North American Friends Movie Club, this is what it looks like when you receive an email. You're currently receiving one. You might notice something about the tone of this email, and its bits are more important than content because they're simply more important. So I got to ask my 3 eager recipients, does this email find you well? With kind regards, Rachel.
That's
yes, Rachel.
Good bit. That's a good sister
Rachel.
bit.
Beautiful Rachel Usher. And I bet Francesca and Pete are also very attractive people because the listeners of this podcast are on the other end of the, what do you call that bell curve? Of the bell curve of attractiveness. We're all towards the better, more attractive side.
Yeah.
One of the only email I responded to came from a man. His name is Nutbonker, which I really grabbed my attention. Love the show, obviously. Wish I could still listen to episodes of Borderline 2. When you're all talking about video games a couple weeks ago, I wanted to suggest for all of y'all, try Blueprints. Super fun, interesting puzzle game. Keep doing what y'all do, Nutbonker. And I replied, thank you, Nutbonker.
But you have to. You have to use their name when
your name is, make an account called Nutbonker, you'll be referred to as Nutbonker.
You earned it.
North American Friends Movie Club @gmail.com.
become part of our email segment? Maybe. We'll see.
We will eventually. If we don't get to it,
Eventually remember.
We'll
That's a good point. Don't get disappointed if it takes some time. We'll work it out.
I know
we gotcha.
Nutbonker was waiting on the edge of his seat the last couple episodes. Like, all right, boys and girls.
That also reminds me, I have to. I have a message, but it's not. It wasn't an email. This message is from Brianna, someone who I until very recently lived in the same house as.
Yes.
And it just says, "Congrats on 4 years with the podcast. That's amazing," because we began our 4th season in March. And then I wrote, "This counts as an email, and I will be reading it during the email segment." So now we've done it. We did it.
Thank you.
Yep.
It is weird. We've been doing it 4 years. It doesn't feel like that.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Every now and then, the number will sink in. I'll be like, 144. What the fuck do you mean? That doesn't seem right. We watched 144 movies?
It's more movies I watched in the previous 40 years of my life, yeah.
Not Nate and I.
Not me.
Not us.
You ready for the weekly report?
Yes.
Sure am.
Well, it's time to start off the report with the kitchen report, because I've been in the kitchen inventing food, and I would like to tell you guys about a new kind of food that I invented 2 days ago. It's called super protein yogurt. Here is how you make super protein yogurt. Get some Greek yogurt, put a scoop of protein powder on the yogurt, just eat it. And then you just eat it.
Do you mix it in?
Yeah, oh, you gotta. Yeah, you mix it in, and then it's like, it's basically like a yogurt with sand in it. That's what it's like. Ooh,
yummy.
It's a yummy, sandy yogurt. Gritty is not usually one of the words you use to describe the food you're eating, but it is a very gritty.
It's like the worst texture for food is gritty.
So what would, without the protein powder, how many grams of protein was it? And then how many was it after the protein powder?
It would have been 17 without, and then 42 with. Mm-hmm.
Now, Nate, you're the expert on physical health on the podcast.
That's correct.
How many grams of protein should we be getting a day?
There's a lot of different information out there on this. I think safe to say 1 gram per pound is hard to achieve. So I would go 3/4 of that if you could. Like a truly healthy person would probably hit 3/4 of that.
There is no way. I weigh probably about 180 pounds.
It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard.
I think Nate's correct on that. Let me Google.
I've heard more. I've heard people talk about more, and I'm like, that's insane to me. I'm
0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight.
I think we should eat as much protein as we can.
Yeah, that's basically, I don't count. I'm not trying to hit certain numbers a day.
Macros.
I'm just trying to be I'm just trying to literally eat as much protein as I can without eating other garbage.
Fair.
So if something doesn't really, peanut butter has some protein in it, but you can't eat a ton of peanut butter. Yeah, so
you get fat.
I love peanut butter.
So will you do this again? Is this going in?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
this is probably going to become because it's so hard for me as a vegetarian to get protein. So I have to I got to get clever with it, or I'm going to lose my gains. Could you imagine doing all the work to get muscles and then you lose your gains?
Can't lose your gains.
Not my gains. No.
On a mental mistake?
No.
What flavor was the yogurt?
It was vanilla, Greek yogurt, and cookies and cream protein powder.
So it was extra gritty.
It was real gritty. I also went to the movie theater. You guys ever go to the movie theater? This is one of the things that we do on this podcast.
It's been a year since I've gone.
Yeah, I have not gone in a long time. I can't even remember the last one I saw before this. Probably maybe Dune 2. Dune 2?
I saw the stand-up comedy movie with that just came out with Bradley Cooper directed it. He's in it with Will Arnett. I saw that.
Was it funny? Was it heartwarming?
It was good. It was good.
It was good.
My
I saw
last movie
a
was
movie called
Pulse.
Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is the film that I saw. It's a famous Canadian movie based on a TV show called Nirvana, the band, the show. I've never watched the show, but I've seen enough clips of it on the internet to understand what's going on.
I was spinning.
It was making noise, and I was saying,
I was spinning my
it's making
Sonic,
noise.
and then Kate, basically, like I was her
I
son
thought
at church.
Kate was just making listen to this guy go crazy.
No, she
I was
picked
chastising
on
Brent.
me. She picked on me like I was her son in church, and I mean, like the rage I have in my chest is just. I'm going to talk myself through it for a sec, but yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Well, you're making noise.
I didn't know.
She's right. She's right.
But I understood what she meant when she did the spinning thing, but then she made the face and very close to a throat slitting.
I went,
She went,
stop. Like,
Yeah.
not
Cut it
throats
out.
it, just like cut it out.
Yeah, but it's very throat slitting.
Yeah, you're getting close.
Adjacent.
Getting close.
It's adjacent.
That thing is hovering.
Like, listen, you
Sensitive
little
men,
fuck.
I'm
If you do this more, I'm going to kill you.
Fucking snowflakes.
Continue, Nate. I'm sorry for spinning my can around.
My review of the movie is it was very, very, very funny and very clever. And also, because it's a mostly handheld movie, I felt a little bit seasick about halfway through the movie because it's a big, big screen and it's shaking around. And I got to say, that would make me not recommend people go to see it in the theater, even though I really want it to be successful in the theater. So I feel conflicted. I feel, I don't know.
Is it
That's
new?
not good.
Is it a new film?
Yeah, brand new.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And it's probably not playing very widely. It's like kind of a indie niche, but it was very funny. And it's probably completely fine to watch on the television.
Who'd you go
which
with? And did you eat any food there?
I went with Andy and Dylan, my two movie buddies, and I ate one large popcorn, one large drink, and one bag of candy.
What kind of
I
candy?
only ate half the popcorn. It was Jolly Rancher sour or something.
Yum.
Gummy.
Hard or soft?
Yum.
Okay.
Gummy. Never a hard candy. I despise a hard candy.
He likes
I don't
wine
like a hard
gums,
candy.
remember?
either.
I like a gummy.
Wine gums that's the best of both worlds, right?
If they had wine gums at the movie theater, I would have got wine gums for sure, Brent.
Do you
For
smell
sure.
a Chardonnay?
I bet wine gums and popcorn is
Oh yeah.
c'est magnifique.
I can't walk by wine gums without thinking of Nate. It's forever etched on my brain.
If I ever see them, I'll have to buy them.
Yeah, you will.
And that's it. That's my weekly report. Ate some yogurt and saw a movie.
That's
the
great.
weekly report.
Solid.
Yep. Would you say that you ate too much food at the movies?
I was a little gluttonous.
Speaking of gluttony, that ties in very well with the movie this week, which was Kate's pick of my month, which is Villain Month. Kate, tell people what movie you picked.
I picked the movie Seven with the villain of John Doe. And I would love for one of you to tell us
Okay.
about it.
I've defaulted to being this guy.
Love it.
Yeah, and I'll take it since I'm the religious guy. This has some religious themes to it, kind of. Anyway, Seven takes place in the rainiest city in the world. It just rains there. There's no sun. It's just rain. And it follows a detective played by Morgan Freeman who is 1 week out of retirement. A case comes across his desk that was very odd. A large man with lots of cans of spaghetti seems to be bound and bruised and basically ate himself to death. But before they found that information out, he's met with his new partner, which is Brad Pitt, who is wearing an ill-fitting dress shirt with an ill-fitting tie. But it's still Brad Pitt. And it's basically the first half of the movie is Morgan Freeman threatening to retire, and Brad Pitt saying he's not going to. The case amps up as another murder is exposed, where a man is bound face down and greed written in blood in the carpet. And this kind of, you can see Morgan Freeman perking up a little bit. And then another one happens, and then he's in after he goes to dinner with Brad Pitt and meets his wife, which is Gwyneth Paltrow. And the whole apartment or house shakes because of the subway. And they shared a very big laugh at the table. And that laugh signifies the teamwork of the new detectives.
That's right.
That is the bond they needed and the bond they have. Continues to investigate these Saw-like murders, I would say.
Sure.
Very Saw-like murders. Yeah, Jigsaw, I want to play a game. And that's what pre-Saw, you're right. And basically, the killer's toying with them. And Morgan Freeman knows that the killer is actually revealed earlier in the movie with a clever thing, but I digress. And then the whole movie ends with Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a box, which is Brad Pitt's wife, and then Brad Pitt loses it and kills John Doe, who turns out to be Kevin Spacey, and that is the last seventh deadly sin, which is wrath. Don't, Kate, yawn.
I didn't yawn. I was breathing.
With a exasperated expression.
I'm judging this hard.
You didn't even bring up the fact that Casino Royale was a James Bond version.
You didn't even know it, and that was your film, Brent.
I would love to have known it from someone that described the movie, but no one told me. And that, my friends, is 7.
Fair job.
Would you guys like to talk about your favorite parts of this film?
I would love to.
I would too. So what I think is interesting, a part that Brent kind of brushed over.
You gotta get a little closer, Kate.
A part that Brent...
Oh, no, she's fully relaxed now. She's got her... yeah.
A part that Brent brushed over is the name of the killer. They never get his real name because he doesn't have fingerprints. He doesn't have any kind of banking records or medical history. And so he just goes by John Doe the whole time. And so he does the first 5 deadly sins, does those, and then he turns himself in. And he says, there's 2 more bodies. And if you go out to this place, I will show you the bodies. But it turns out that he has killed Tracy, Brad Pitt's wife, out of envy. And then he wants Brad Pitt to kill him for wrath. And his whole point of all the killings is that the world is just so full of sin and is disgusting. So just clarifying that. It's
excellent.
No, that's a good point. It's a good point. It's a good point that it make.
So Nate had seen this a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. So I finally get what's in the box now. Everyone's saying like that meme of what's in the box.
Did
now
it shock you? Were you shocked?
I knew it was something bad. So it wasn't as shocking as it would have been if I watched this movie when it came out 21 years ago. But I've had 21 years of what's in the box jokes to kind of dumb it down a bit. But now I get it. Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah, even probably more than 21 years.
It's almost 30.
30
yeah,
years.
This film,
this is an
I think this film came out in like 97
movie
or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like if we were in the 90s, this movie would have came out in the 60s.
Crazy.
Which I don't like.
Crazy.
Yeah. Ruined the whole episode.
That ruined a lot of people's moment. Like Brent made a face, but so did everybody listening to this show.
Brad Pitt never looked so young.
Such a baby.
He's a baby. And same with Gwyneth. Even though she still looks exactly the same, it's like the one time she looked younger.
And then you have Morgan Freeman looking exactly like Morgan Freeman did when he was 2 years old and when he was 80 years old.
Yep.
So this movie was not going to be made this way because it has such a dark ending. And the studios really didn't want the ending to be this dark. There were a couple endings. One of them was Brad Pitt's dog's head that was in the box. The other one was that they end up at a church with John Doe and Morgan Freeman, or like Brad Pitt has to shoot Morgan Freeman, or there's something, and then they all die, and then Tracy moves back home. And I am glad that it was this dark. And you can see how influential this movie has been throughout culture. Like all of the Saw franchises, Nine Inch Nails imagery, I feel like took from the opening credits and the closing credits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm impressed right now.
I actually, right after I watched this movie, I found this video, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, if it was a compilation of a bunch of different tracks. What do you call them when someone does, like, they talk over the movie? Why am I
Dubbing?
No, like commentary tracks. It was like commentary track, behind the scenes commentary track on a DVD or whatever from Morgan Freeman and David Fincher and Brad Pitt and the writer and the set designer. But it wasn't like, it was like they weren't all in the same room. It was just like cutting between them. So I feel like someone took the most interesting parts from everybody's behind the scenes commentary and stitched it together in this 2-hour video.
Ooh.
And it just like walks through the movie. And so during that part, the movie was supposed to start with Morgan Freeman going out to a cabin, and then he uses his switchblade and he cuts a piece of the wallpaper off of the cabin, and he takes it with him. And it's like, that's where he's going. He's going to retire. He's going to leave this horrible rainy city. He's going to go to this cabin, and that's going to be his whole thing. And they were like, the movie just starts too slow that way. So after the movie was shot, they did the credits sequence like that to be like, it's going to be so long
tone.
before we meet. Yeah. Before we meet John Doe, that let's like give everyone a little tease of it. Let's give everyone
like how crazy this person is. Yeah.
Now that Kate mentioned the inspirations, American Horror Stories credits are exactly like this movie. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Good call, Kate.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And another thing that I heard during that commentary track was Fincher, to what you said earlier, Kate, saying to the studio, they kept trying to get him to change the ending. And he's like, he said 2030 something. He's like, in 2030, when no one knows who Morgan Freeman is or this movie is or David Fincher, well, we all know. You did it, buddy.
Yeah,
you made
it.
But he's like, people will describe it as the movie where that lady's head was in a box.
Yeah.
Like, it will stick with, and that's correct. That's the minute you said 7, I'm just like, head in a box. Like,
I'll never forget watching it when I was young, and my friend Neely and I just going on and on how Brad Pitt, what's in the box? Like, he's like whining. Like, I can't tell if he's acting, if it's good acting or bad acting. Like, I can't.
I think it's good. I came all the way around to good. I came all the way around to good. Because he has to do a lot of work in that moment.
Oh, and how evil is John Doe, Kevin Spacey? And he's like, because Tracy's pregnant, but she told Morgan Freeman, but she hadn't told Brad Pitt. And then he looks to the camera, or the camera's on him, and he's like, oh, he didn't know. Like, so, and then we get like one screenshot very quickly of Gwyneth Paltrow's face, and it's like, that's in Brad Pitt's head, and then that's when he decides to shoot him, and he shoots every bullet in his gun. And then what do you do? I remember feeling this last time after I watched it, like, what do you, like that feeling after you've experienced wrath, and then that emptiness, like what? Yeah. Oh God, so visceral, such a visceral movie.
They should have had you talking this movie up before it came out. It would have been a fucking hit. You're making me want to run through a wall.
It was the 7th highest grossing film of the year, I think. sleeper hit, 300 something.
Oh, okay, Mr. Numbers. Oh, okay.
I read on the Wikipedia that when it first came out, it was slow, and because they didn't think that because most of Brad Pitt's fans were women, they didn't think they'd be interested in it. And then they recut the trailers to make it more like sexy Brad, and then that got more women to. Okay, so let's talk about one of the craziest deaths in all of moviedom, which is lust, which is this contraption
that was crazy
that John Doe had a Leatherman make, which is a strap on with a 8, 9, 12-inch knife on the end of it that he was forced to have sex with a sex worker with.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine?
And that actor gets about 48 seconds on screen, and he makes every second of that count.
That is trauma. Like, that's like, in that the music, they couldn't turn the music off. Like, oh my God. That's what I mean. The viscerality of, is that a word? Is viscerality a word? Anyway,
Sure.
On this show, it sure as fuck is.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I know now, I mean, we've got 30 years of Saw movies and everything. This is not, we don't see the violence. That's the thing about this movie.
No, this is like, it's actually not exploitative of the violence at all, even though it has the vibe of that like this could just be a movie where it's like violence for violence sake. And there were a ton of movies, like Saw doesn't fall in this category, but a bunch of the movies that came out after Saw really fell into that category of like, we're just going to show you like the most disgusting, horrible situations and like
Hostel.
Yeah, like Hostel's the movie I'm thinking of, right? This is like, first of all, it's so moody. It's so well made. There's so much like skill that has gone into making this movie. And it's also really restrained. Like the box scene, even though all of us have so much in our head, all you see is like the tiniest little flick of blood on the top of the box and Morgan Freeman's face.
Don't we see a little bit of hair, or we don't? I might have imagined.
I don't even think you see hair, but I think your mind does everything, right? You're just like there's actually a ton of restraint in this movie.
And I want to talk about John Doe being a villain, because this is what real mental illness is. People that are really like Brad. I don't like Brad Pitt's character. Like, I don't have a lot of sympathy for him, because he's like, do you just wake up and like just know that you're a crazy person? Like, fuck no, that's not. John Doe is so intelligent. He's been working on this forever. He has rationalized it out. To me, this villain is like top of the charts. Like, he wins. I mean, he's
so scary.
He's so scary, and no one caught him, and he saw what he wanted to do start to finish. It's a success story for villains.
I have a pet peeve of movies where they hand each other a coffee cup, and you can tell the coffee is empty. The cup is empty. Like, just, if you're going to make this kind of movie, just put a little bit of liquid in the cup. I can tell when you pass it to them, it's an empty cup. And then for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm mad and thinking about the empty cup, and I'm missing key plot points and or references from that moment on.
Brad, I actually think there's something very funny about your point, because they go to so much effort to make movies real. Like, the amount of effort, like listening to the set designer of this movie being like, oh, to shoot this library, we had to build it in a bank, but there wasn't enough books in Los Angeles to fill up the shelves. So we had to make foam molds of books and paint the spines on every book to do it. And you're like, it's like 10,000 man hours to set up the library. And they're like, did you throw some water in the coffee cup? And they're like, no, we don't do that.
Doesn't even have to be coffee. It's the scene where he's waiting in the rain with 2 coffees, and Morgan Freeman brushes them off. He doesn't want one. And then he gives it to another cop, and the cop takes it from his hand. I can tell it's fucking empty. And then literally my brain is gone for the next 5 to 10 minutes.
I know exactly the moment you're talking about because the cop gives a little look. He's like,
yeah, it's like, yeah. Thanks. And there was a scene. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to talk about the first murder was obesity, or it's not obesity. Was gluttony. I didn't mean to say that. Okay, the second one is greed, and that is the
divorce lawyer.
Or
no, just a lawyer.
Just the defense attorney. And so he has to cut off a pound of flesh, and he cut off his love handles. And I was like, that's what I would do, because then if I survived, I would have a snatched waist.
Right. Kate would not be like, she'd be like carving like a sculptor, trying to
yes,
like trying to make it like perfect,
even on both sides.
Yeah, not just one side. Yeah,
taking a Sharpie and doing the marks the plastic surgeons do for the paramedics to find you. The scene where Morgan Freeman's laying in bed reading. This is how I know it's unwashed, is because usually in movies you see someone partying or, doing something crazy, like, oh, I wish I was doing that. But then the scene where Morgan Freeman's getting tired and he's reading in bed, he shuts the light off. I'm like, oh, can't wait to do that tonight.
Ooh, and he uses a metronome. And then I was inspired, and I've been using a metronome a little bit before bed. But you have to find
does it work?
It can get you into it could slow your breathing and your heart rate down. Like does that make sense? So
yeah, I need any trick, man.
Yeah, I just go to Spotify and you can look up any BPMs on a metronome and do it that way.
Yeah, if you want the original metronome to fall asleep to, I suggest the Bible.
Okay.
God's metronome.
That's
what they call it.
Yep,
in different cultures.
And so then go ahead.
No, I romped in on your. Okay. Yeah, you're going with the.
So we have obesity, and then greed, and then sloth.
Diabetes.
So sloth he's a pedophile, right? He's a pedophile that he has kept alive for exactly a year. And one of my favorite lines is, I forget who says it. He's experienced as much pain and suffering as any man, and he still has hell to look forward to.
That was the doctor. Yeah.
That doctor dropped a bomb, dude.
Hard.
I kind of like a spicy doctor, Yeah. I like a righteous doctor.
I think that was my favorite killing.
Did you think he was dead, Brent?
100%. And then California, when California whispered to him, and then he jumped up, I was like, that will make a movie be excellent for me. Just that scene. I'm like, okay, well, that's my scene. Love it.
I have another note. Gwyneth Paltrow making moves on Morgan Freeman after talking about how she fell in love with Brad Pitt on her first date is big dog moves.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's character, Tracy, she was working the men in her life. I'm here for it.
There was a lot of reading to be required by Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman in this movie.
He was not doing that.
They had
very funny how frustrated Brad gets at the book. He's like, fucking Dante, god damn it.
This was a 2-hour movie, but if the internet was around, it would have been a 45-minute movie.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Because they have access to all the information in front of them. And there is a very funny scene that made me laugh out loud, was when they got the first hit of this apartment where to go to get the killer. It was when they went to find the pedophile, and all the cops are rushing out to go. And for some reason, they show the parking garage where the police station is, and all the cars leaving, and they're leaving so violently. They're hitting these ramps and bouncing and clanking, and it's like 8 cars in a row, and I was dying laughing.
I loved it.
I was like, why is everyone driving so fast?
They're so excited.
During that commentary track, the art director was like, they wanted this city to be like a city that doesn't exist. It could be anywhere, but they didn't want it to be like LA or New York. So they literally even made those cop cars themselves so that it didn't look like an LAPD car or an NYPD car. And that's why they're kind of unique and cool. But I was like, even that, they put so much, there's so much
intention. Yeah.
Yeah, so much intention that has gone into this. And like Fincher is just undeniably a great filmmaker. I think he's maybe evil. Like, I think you kind of have to be a little bit evil
He's
at
got
least
a dark
to make
side
these movies.
for sure.
Yeah. It's an incredible movie, and it might also be evil. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's certainly one of the darkest films tone-wise that I enjoy. I can't think of another film that I enjoy that is this bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. It might be the bleakest movie ever made. I don't know how
like
to say
the other ones I think of are like what's the guy that made Kids and Corey or Carney, whatever their name is.
What's the one we watched with De Niro?
Harmony Korine.
That's it. Harmony Korine.
It's a weird name. Yeah, I watched this one movie called Manchester by the Sea that was bleak as fuck.
Oh, I read
and
the
I would
synopsis
never
of that.
ever watch it again. I would never go through that again. I would watch Seven next weekend if someone was like, "You want to watch this?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, let's watch it."
Because isn't it where Casey Affleck accidentally kills his children because he's an alcoholic?
Yeah, burns them in a fire. Yeah, by accident. And then the movie is about him trying to like deal with the grief.
Fuck. You guys want to take a quiz?
I sure do. 7 deadly questions.
It's the 7-7. All right. We're going to start with Brent.
Yep.
What was the 4th deadly sin murder?
Okay, I got to think this out. I don't know. I'm going to do it off screen like this.
Are we allowing that, Nate? Are we allowing off screen contemplation?
This is what I'm doing.
Let him do his work. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Envy. No!
Nate?
Fuck!
Lust?
It's lust.
It is lust. I don't know. Should we give it to Brent?
No!
Well, you didn't even say
I don't
lust.
want it.
Okay.
I said envy because I fucked up. Damn it.
Number 2. What movie did David Fincher not direct? Lords of Dogtown, Panic Room, The Killer, The Game.
Lords of Dogtown.
The Game.
The answer is Lords of Dogtown.
It's the only one of that movies I saw. Fuck.
He produced it. He didn't direct it. Brent, what is Morgan Freeman's character's name? No options.
Damn.
I will, depending on how you both answer, I will give points for points.
William.
Yeah, Brent's correct. He said he tells Gwyneth Paltrow his name's William.
I am looking for his last name, but I'll both give you a point for that because it is William.
Okay. Somerset.
Did you know that,
He
Nate?
got it. No, he got it.
Okay, I'm going to give that to Brent.
That's very honest of you, Nate. Thank you.
Gone forever.
I knew it the minute he said it.
And I kept... So this whole time, I've been wanting to say Somerset when I was talking about Morgan Freeman, and I have stopped myself because I knew this was one of my questions.
You did so good, dude.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're a hero.
Number 4. This is Nate, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many kilograms is 1 pound?
0.45.
Brent?
0.43.
The correct answer is 0.45. So Nate has 3, Brent has 1.
Damn.
3 questions left.
Thank God
Number
Nate
5.
started first. Sorry, because I was thinking the other way around, like a pound is a kilogram. I was going to say 2.2. Thank God Nate went first.
Number 5, Brent, finish Somerset's voiceover. Ernest Hemingway once said, once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for."
I remember the scene. I'm trying to get myself in the mood. I know what the gist of it is. I don't know what the words are. Even when it's dark.
He says, the world is a fine place and it's worth fighting for. And Somerset says, I agree with the second part.
That's correct, Nate.
God damn it, Nate.
Okay, we're back to Nate. How many kilograms did the sloth actor weigh during filming?
50 kilograms.
Renty.
36 kilograms.
I'm going to take this for myself. He weighed 44 kilograms. So that is 96 pounds. He was 5'5", weighed 96, they said 96 to 98 pounds, 44 kilograms. And they asked him to lose more weight, and he said no.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I'm only 8 kilograms off.
Yeah, and so was Nate.
I was like 6 off.
Oh, so then Brent. Okay, I was doing my math wrong.
No,
Brent,
I'm saying I feel like Kate gets that. Neither of us were close enough.
I'm going to give it to Brent. I feel like Brent was less off. No?
I said 50, and it was what, 44?
Yeah, so you were 6 off.
I was 6 off.
And then
what were
Brent
you, Brent?
was 8 off. Okay.
My mind went to
math.
I converted kilograms to pounds right away. I was like, why didn't they pick 100? I thought you were 54 off.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So Nate is lying. So this last one is just for funsies. We'll start with Brent. How many films has Brad Pitt acted in?
Too many.
A lot.
36.
That's a good guess. I'm going to say 28.
61.
Oh, that's too many.
Shit.
Isn't that crazy? I asked Nick all these questions last night, and he guessed 60. So good for Nick.
Wow, Nick.
Did Nick hear that he looked like Ben Affleck yet?
So no, because he drove from my house to his house, and that's only 30 minutes. So Nate does the compliment at 37 minutes. So he hasn't yet reached it.
Anytime now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Nate won. N-A-T-E exclamation point. Underline. Congratulations.
I think I'm 2 for 2. I think I'm 2 for 2.
Congratulations, Nate. You're on a roll.
Okay. All right.
You're on a roll. Even though Kate and I did our best to sabotage that on you.
Saboteur.
Well, this movie might be called 7, but I give the two of you a 10. No, wait. We got to do another segment first.
Close.
I give you guys a gold medal for being friends. Would you guys like to give this podcast some medals?
Absolutely.
There's 7 deadly sins, but only 3 winning medals, and we're going to get them all out.
Bronze medals. Who do you guys give your bronze medals to?
I'm giving my bronze medal to the lust victim guy, the actor, whoever had that terrible knife on his weenus.
Leland Orser.
He gets my bronze medal because I just thought his being terrorized was very well acted.
He scarred me.
I will give my bronze medal to Richard Portnow, who played Dr. Beardsley, who said that he still has to go through hell about the pedophile. Spicy Doctor, you got a bronze medal.
There's a lot of great performances in this movie. I want to give a shout out to R. Lee Ermey, who plays the police captain, who is almost always shouting in movies, but Fincher made the very smart decision to let him talk normal, and he's great. He was actually gave this kind of subtle, great interesting performance, but I'm going to give my bronze to Bradley Pittance. I'm going to give my bronze to Bradley Pittance. He probably would not have gotten the medals without the what's in the box scene. But I did feel very sad for him, his little crying face when he found out his wife's head got chopped off and it was in a box. He was really sad, and he acted that correctly. So bronze medal.
I'm going to give Brad my silver medal. I think Brad does well with the action aspect. Like, I think his physicality is very good. And I didn't like him. Like, I think he was arrogant, and I thought that played well off of Morgan Freeman's, like, more old head energy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm a Brad Pitt guy, so I give him my silver. Like, he probably wouldn't be on there, like Nate said, if it wasn't for what's in the box. But I liked him enough.
What's in the box?
Silver.
What's in the box? I'm going to give... You know what? I don't want to, because I'm glad he's canceled. I'm glad he's gone. We don't need him back. We don't need him back. But he is an extraordinary... Kevin Spacey is an extraordinarily important part of this movie because he's made so much scarier by Kevin Spacey's intelligence. Like, you can tell that he is not like crazed. That's not what this character is. He's not like he's not in some kind of mania.
Manic,
he's like, he's like so calculated and thoughtful and sure and convincing. He's obviously insane, but that scene in the car, this is only a 2-hour movie, and that scene in the car is like almost 25 minutes, the end of the movie, from when they get in the car to the end of the movie. Like, it's just the three of those guys working together, and Kevin Spacey just kind of dunks on Brad Pitt, their characters, not the human beings, but like he outdoes Brad Pitt in every part of that conversation. He wins every part of that conversation. Brad Pitt is not equipped. Brad Pitt's character is not equipped. And it's a really good performance. So he's getting my silver.
All right.
I'm not happy about it though.
No, I know.
Yeah,
we know.
I'm
Not an
gonna
endorsement.
give gold, right?
Yeah.
So I want to give an honorable mention to Kevin Spacey. I agree. He's a great actor. He needs to be canceled. He needs to stay canceled. Like, give other people a chance. You don't get another chance. But what a great actor. Right. My gold goes to Morgan Freeman. I think he really makes the movie. I can't imagine, like, I don't think Brad Pitt is playing off someone better. We needed that sturdy, believable, older, mature, thoughtful, intelligent detective. And I thought he was perfectly cast. So he gets my gold.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Morgan Freeman as well. He is he's excellent in all the movies he's in, including this one. And he's the narrator for the dinosaur show on Netflix, which I've been watching.
I want to watch that too. I'm going to watch that.
I saw a dinosaur fishing. That was pretty cool.
That's what I saw too, Brandon. It made me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Was it fishing pole?
No.
He was like pretending to, he was just like head in the water, like, and they waited for a shark to go into his mouth, and then he bit the shark. I'll watch that.
Also, honorable mentions to two. No, wait 1 second. I got to give honorable mentions to two guys that were in this movie that we've seen in other movies. The guy from Boys in the Hood in the blue jogging pants that gives Ricky the ball back. He's in this movie. And the bus driver from Speed is in this movie. So
very good
for them.
Also, Shaft is in this movie. Richard Roundtree.
Yep.
I'm going to give that's a turkey for us. I'm giving my gold to Morgan Freeman. I think it's easy for him. That's how good he is. It's like, I think he just is a cut above everybody else, even Kevin Spacey.
Makes it look easy.
Yeah, looks so easy for him. And he's like, there's not a lot to his character in the writing. Like, there is no emotional scene for him where he tells you his backstory, and there's no like staring at photos in his apartment storytelling. It's just like, you just understand everything about him, from how he moves, how he carries himself, how he speaks, how he reacts. It's all just so much character being done just by his acting alone. It's just so impressive. He's so good. Morgan Freeman, gold medal.
Mm-hmm. Gold medal.
Well, there are 7. This movie might be called 7, but I give our podcast a 10 out of 10. Would you guys like to give this movie a rating?
Absolutely.
Sure would.
The script for this movie, it was actually not meant to be like this. The writer, he said he was working for like a place that was like cranking out kind of exploitation movies, and then this was just like, the script was just written to be like, oh, it's really easy to sell 7 deadly sins. Everybody can understand the concept. It's like a slashery, murdery mystery. And then Fincher got a hold of this thing and turned it into a fucking masterpiece. Like,
I loved it.
What do you guys think of the script?
I think it's a great script. I think it's just phenomenal. I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, it's the precursor to all the Saw films, which I heavily enjoy. So this is the OG, so it gets a 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. I think it's disturbing and scary and weird and thoughtful and just a fucking good-ass movie. The art direction for this movie, the sets, the props, the costumes. I loved the way it looked, and then listening to the set director just really made me like, the movies, when they actually do the movies, are crazy. When they get everybody who's super, super good at their job all involved on the same flick, it's just transcendent. The art direction of this movie is incredible. I'm going to give it a 10. The sets and the props and the costumes are all so good.
Yeah, and the credits, the opening and the closing credits are phenomenal. Yeah, it gets a 10 from me too.
This gets an 8 from me. This looked like shit to me. Prime 90s.
It does look like shit.
It looked like Bean 90s fashion. I hated Morgan Freeman's hat. Brad Pitt's oversized dress shirts with stupid ties. Didn't like that. The only thing that saved it was the actual sin scenes, which were good. So I give it an 8.
Oh, very Hannibal, actually. If you think the TV show Hannibal, I just kind of connected that in my mind. I'm like, that's definitely inspired. There's some 7 in the Hannibal television show for sure. The music for this movie, it's really interesting, but there are moments when it's too much. They actually do too much music for me. It's so moody and it's so good when it's good, but it's almost like a little bit like, I get it. I understand that Brad Pitt is horrified right now. I don't need the music to be horrified. So I'm actually going to dock it 2 points. It gets an 8.
Whoa. I love the music and it's creepy and I liked it. And I got a 10. And they closed with David Bowie. And I thought that was cool.
This movie was screaming for a Black Sabbath song. The Wizard by Black Sabbath.
Why?
Anything to do with Kevin Spacey's character would have been a fucking banger. NIB would have been amazing when the cops were rolling out that. Yeah, so it was screaming for a Black Sabbath song. Didn't have one. Music otherwise good. 9.
The genre for this movie. This is a American crime thriller.
Woo!
Gotta have crime. Gotta be thrilling.
It's thrilling.
I was thrilled, and the crime is some of the worst kind of crime.
So much crime.
It's the worst. It gets a 10 for me. I don't know if there's a better one.
It's so American, crime, and thrilling. It's a 10.
Yeah, it nails all three. It's a 10, obviously.
Yeah, it's extremely 10. And then I gotta keep the 10s rolling because this actually might be one of the most villainous motherfuckers they've ever put on a movie. He might be the number one most villainous villain. That plot, that trick he pulled at the end, the rascally rabbit. Villainous.
Terrible.
It was true. Yeah.
What a way to go out on top. He
won.
He did his masterpiece and bounced. It's a 10.
And he's totally right. Like if that happened in real life, no one would ever stop talking about it.
We're talking about
there'd be 7,000 YouTube documentaries about it. People would have him on t-shirts. Like, yeah.
Yeah, he's a rascally rabbit, all right. He is evil Bugs Bunny, as I call him. He's the original John from Saw. So evil Bugs Bunny definitely gives you the 10.
This movie gets a 48.3.
Ooh.
This movie gets a 48.3. What an excellent film.
Yay.
Grim, terrible, excellent.
Coming to America got a 48.3.
We are the fucking funniest movie podcast in the world.
Yep.
Well, it's time for me to pick my movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to choose. And there actually is the most famous villain in the world. There is such as designation, and he was invented before movies even started.
The devil.
The devil he's up there. You're
Sorry.
right.
Nate's got to change his whole setup now. The second most evil man.
The second most famous villain ever in all of literature is, of course, the only man who could ever stand up to Sherlock Holmes, which is Professor James Moriarty. And we will be watching the 2011 Sherlock Holmes film, A Game of Shadows, with Jerry Harry as James Moriarty.
What is it called?
I don't know any of this stuff.
Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. Starring Robert Downey Jr., Jude Law, Jerry Harry.
Jerry Harry.
Game of Shadows. I love Sherlock Holmes. I love all the stories.
Oh, that's Jerry Harry. Okay.
Chernobyl.
Oh, we had a Peaky Blinder in this movie.
He's one of our greats.
Jared Harris?
Yeah,
Is that Jerry Harry?
So that's what we're going to watch next week. And that means all that's left to do is say goodnight, Kate.
I'm going to try to do
Goodnight, Kate! I don't know who that was, but goodnight, Kate.
That was, what's his name? Who's the guy? The comedian.
Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah. Oh dear. Your clock is ticking.
He's no ordinary criminal.
This man is the devil.
I take that as a compliment. Are you sure you want to play this game?
Sherlock Holmes.
Your move.
Only in cinemas.
I agree with the second part.